Chili is an amazing dish to meal prep, it's macro-friendly and also quite easy to make. To start things off, I will prepare 900 grams or 2 pounds of ground beef. Now, calories on ground meat in general depends on the fat content. I personally use the extra lean with 5% fat that has around half the calories of regular or 20% fat ground beef. If you only have access to the 20% beef, there are still ways to reduce the calories if you want to. I will show you how in a second. Next, I will prepare the vegetables, and I will use 3 red bell peppers and 3 jalapenos. I will dice them all into roughly the same size. You can absolutely use different kinds of peppers like poblano, or you could also add habaneros. Just make sure to adjust the calories accordingly. Next, I will chop up 2 yellow onions. They weigh 200 grams in total, and then I will prepare 4 cloves of garlic. This is how you add a ton of volume to your meals without adding too many calories. This entire board has about 300 calories in total. Then I will also dice 400 grams of potato. I don't peel them personally, just make sure that they are clean. Potato is a very underrated ingredient when it comes down to weight loss. It belongs to the most satiating foods and has only 75 calories per 100 grams. Next, I will prepare a bowl with 250 grams of cold water, where I will add in vegetable stock powder. This is something I always have in my pantry. It lasts forever and is always a nice flavor boost. 20 grams goes in. Then I will add in 18 grams of dry gelatin. Gelatin will replicate this mouthful feeling that you get when you eat long braised meat. Very underrated ingredient as well. Give everything a stir and set it aside for a couple of minutes so it can bloom. In the meantime, I'm excited to work with Omaze to offer you the chance to win a custom Mercedes Sprinter van with an eco-friendly vansmith conversion and support a great cause, St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital treats the toughest childhood cancers and pediatric diseases, so head to omaze.com/felufbc for your chance to win. The winner will score the ultimate off-road van, a Mercedes Sprinter with over $85,000 in customization, including Van Smith Green package. Hit the road in your ultimate home on wheels with a full modern kitchen, tons of storage, a comfortable full-size bed, and more. You also get custom features like solar panels, a fresh water system, a domestic toilet, LED interior lighting, and Van Smith Green package, to name a few. So start putting those PTO requests because your next great adventure begins now. Head to omaze.com/felufbc and enter now. The earlier you enter, the more prizes you could win, including $10,000 in cash if you enter by January 13th, 11:59 p.m. PST. Okay, let's get cooking. I will start with my biggest cast iron pan with a touch of oil on medium-high heat. First, I will add in the beef and separate everything so as much meat gets in contact with the pan. If your pan looks overcrowded like mine, the browning process can't start properly, so I would suggest to rather fry this in batches. It will take almost the same time and the result will be better. I will fry this now under caution and stirring for about 3 to 4 minutes until I see some crispy bits in the meat. Then I will transfer everything into a big pot. This is important though, you will need the pot later again for the other batch of the beef, and if you have meat with a higher fat content, what you could do is to take a paper towel and press it on top of the meat after it has rendered out its fat to soak it up and remove it. You don't need to do this, but you could potentially save about half the calories from the meat, so that's up to you. Once the beef is done, remove it and go in with all of the vegetables. I will fry this again for 3 to 5 minutes just until they start with the caramelization. I just look for color here, not to cook them through. Next are the spices. I will add in 2 teaspoons or 6 grams each of chili powder, paprika and cumin. I will also add freshly ground black pepper and a strong pinch of salt. Also, this is where you need to add in the minced garlic. Give everything a stir to toast all the spices for about 20 to 30 seconds, and then I will add in my prepared stock to deglaze the bottom that has a ton of flavor from the vegetables and the ground meat. Keep mixing everything for another 30 seconds or so, and then transfer everything into the big pot where you added the meat from before. I have a 28 centimeter or 11-inch pan, and that was not big enough, so unless you have a bigger pan, use the pot. So now we'll add in 2 cans or 800 grams of crushed tomatoes with a splash of water to clean out both cans. Give everything a stir before I will add 400 grams of kidney beans. Kidney beans are a great source of fiber and are also quite high in protein. You don't need to rinse these, just add the liquid from the cans as well. That is only water and starch from the beans. Next is 15 grams of cocoa powder, and I was hesitant with this as well, but it really tastes amazing. It gives the dish a very interesting depth of flavor. Lastly, I will also add in my potatoes. Combine everything, close the lid, and let it simmer for around 30 to 40 minutes until the potatoes are cooked through. The last 10 minutes I will remove the lid to reduce the liquid and the flavor gets more concentrated. I will check for seasoning, mine needed a bit more salt, and then I will prepare 5 meal prep containers. I will eyeball the serving sizes and try to distribute everything evenly. At the end of the week the calories will be even anyways, so I don't bother measuring everything. Also, before you close the lid, wait for a few minutes until most of the steam is gone. In that time you could either clean everything or you buy my newly released cookbook. Low calorie, high protein recipes that will help you lose weight and keep it off forever. Finally, you buy the book once and get every recipe update the book will receive for free. Link is in the description. So every container comes in with 560 calories, 54 grams of carbs, 13 grams of fat and 54 grams of protein. If you would make this with 20% fat beef, it would have 770 calories, 54 grams of carbs, 40 grams of fat and 48 grams of protein. If you like this recipe, you need to watch this Texas style rice bowl with similar ingredients next, so click on this video and see you there.